Talking about Armin Strom, if we talk about values, what is it about? It's about product substancy, and one big point is technique. You know, maybe we are a full-fledged factory. What does it mean? We have developed and produced the last 13 years 23 movements on our own, which is quite a big performance, I would say. And so this technical competency is based on the movement. And the DNA of Armin Strom was, maybe you remember from the history, when Mr. Armin Strom created the brand in 1967, was skeletonization. He was called Mr. Skeleton. And in his art of skeletonization, he was asked by Omega in the 90s to do all skeletonized work for the limited edition of the Speedmaster, who commemorated the 25th anniversary of the moon landing. He was the only independent watchmaker that was assigned to do it. We have kept this heritage. We just transform it of what we called not anymore skeletonization, but transparent mechanics, which basically is going into the same direction. But it means, bluntly, the movement is a star. Skeletonization, what does it mean? Is to cut off the parts of the movement that you don't need for the functioning. For us, the movement is a star, and we found a philosophy that for some products we might show a little bit more of the movement, the important parts of the movement. For some other models, we are focusing maybe on the barrel or the balance wheel. So there is no absolute direction into this term of transparent mechanics. And then the second point is that beyond showing the movement bluntly is also to show the traditional art and craftsmanship of how we can treat these materials of brass, of steel, of gold, because at the end of the day, it's also this what matters. Our customers are looking into each and every detail, and as I said before, the decoration part is absolutely important, and is also the part that is most time-consuming when finishing a watch. I think it's very important to know you are now in Geneva. You are talking with different brands, and you know that Switzerland actually is divided in 3 or even 4 cultural zones. We have the Swiss French-speaking part, where we are today, in Geneva. We have the Swiss-German part, Zurich, from Zurich to Biel, St. Gallen. We have Swiss-Italian part and Retro-Romanic, which is very small. But these cultural backgrounds have also a big influence on the way, on the watch, on how we make interpretation of beauty, of accomplishment of a watch. Now the Swiss-German mentality or the Swiss-German way of interpreting a watch, and we are Swiss-German if you want, is we are putting engineering first. Now when we say we are putting engineering first, that means that the engineers, the watchmaking and the technique is important on the one hand to create a good function. When we have a development of a new movement, we want to offer something new. It's part of the Armin Strom DNA to come up with novelties, not only product novelties, dial novelties, technical novelties. Yeah. And we have a lot of things here that are new and did not exist before. And then we feel it also as our duty and obligation to improve, to continue to improve watchmaking. It's Swiss watchmaking has been around for 300, 400 years, but you still can improve it. You can improve the rate of stability, you can improve the precision, you can improve many, many things. So this is certainly what we do. And this is also then our interpretation of beauty. Our interpretation of beauty is being born from the star. The star is the movement becomes the face of the watch and the face of the brand. And we are following this technical invention of the movement. We are creating beauty around this movement. This is our mission. And I think it's very clear, and I think that the way in Geneva to create a watch is more artistic. More artistic, I mean, we call ourselves also artists. We are artists. We are the artists of engineering. But then you have the artists of allegory, the artists of colors, the artists of enamel, and they're all at the same level. It's just we have different cultural backgrounds, a different philosophy, a different mission. And it's very important that we are able to speak about it so that the audience can assess and see the differences. And this is the merit of weeks like this one here, and also what you have seen this week, and the choice is big. I'm now with the company for 5 years. The situation, the status of Armin Strom 2022 is for sure the best ever. And I'm very optimistic that we are continuing to improve. We are far beyond to say that we've made it. You know, we just started, if you want. You know, the brand was created 1967 by Mr. Armin Strom, and then the Michel family took over in 2006, and 2009 the new factory was set up in Biel. So we consider, let's say, the second chapter of the history started 2009, which is like 13 years ago. And 13 years in the luxury industry, or 13 years in the Swiss watchmaking industry is still like a startup status, right? So there are many, many things to come. And I also know that many brands would be happy to be on the level and status that Armin Strom already achieved after 13 years.